How are you? It's Katie from Krazy Mazie Kreations. How are you? I know it has been a while. I've missed you. So I wanted to come on today, and we are going to do one of Lori Jacobs' kits, but I'm switching it around a little. I'm using a sign, using a frame, using a ribbon, but I'm changing up the mesh. That's the only thing I'm changing up, and I'm going to add some florals and some butterflies, some fun stuff. So let me pull up the live. Okay, let's see. Here we go. And you know who's at my leg? The crazy one. She's right here. Oh, wait. I gotta turn that off. No volume. Come here, May. Ooh, big girl. Say hi to everyone. We're on YouTube. Can you say hi to everyone on YouTube? She always knows when I go live. I don't know how it... She could be all the way at the furthest end of the house, hear me start talking, and she knows I'm on a live. Somehow she knows the difference between me being on a phone call and me being on a live. I don't know. Hey, Margaret, how are you, girl? So, if you guys wouldn't mind, please spread the love for me. Okay, right? Tell everyone to spread the love for your mama. Right? Yes, I love you. Okay, I'm going to put you down in your bed, May, okay? Okay. All right. There you go, May. Go in your bed like a good girl. All right. So I have to do a little bit of housework. Okay. Hey, Christine. Hey, Carol. Hey, Monica. I'm doing well. I love seeing my clubbies. That's for you guys. Yay. I love when you visit me on social media. All right. So let me spread the love. All right. Facebook has been a little wonky. All right. Do that. So I'm doing this. You guys can also do it for me. I would appreciate it. All right. Let's do that. So I have a few places where I can spread the love too. I wish I could do it all at once, but they don't let you, you know? All right. All right. And one more. All right. And there we go. All right. So that's that. I spread the love. Now the only other thing I have to do. Hey, Phyllis. Hey, Annie. Hey, Colleen with a K. How are you? My day is going awesome. Super excited to do this wreath. Looking forward to it. Hey, Katrina, how are you, girl? Okay, so let me... I have to do this. Put in a few links. I don't really know how to do all this, but I'm going to do the best I can with all this. Okay, that's my website. And we'll do Etsy next. And then we can be done. Okay. There. And I didn't put this on my Etsy shop, which I should have before we started, but I didn't get an opportunity to. So if anyone is interested in this wreath today, all you have to do is email me, and I can get it out for you. Okay. almost done. All right, there we go. I think that's it. Yay, I did it. Awesome. Hey, Linda. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Bonnie. How are you? Okay, so like I said, we are going to do Lori Jacobs. She had a wreath kit a few months ago, and this was the kit, okay? And we're going to do it today. So the only thing I'm changing is I'm using her frame and her ribbons. The only thing I'm changing up is the mesh, okay? So let's put that over there. Hey, soul sister. What's going on, Melissa? What's happening, girl? All right, so we're going to add some flowers to today's design. You guys want to see what we did in my private group last week? Look what we made last week. A honeycomb. Melissa just had me think of it. Let me see. Where are you? There's the camera. See what we did? We added some bees that I was selling in my shop, butterflies, and we made this. Yep, this was made. This whole thing is probably made under $2. It doesn't look, I'm going to add it in a design. Isn't that cuties? Made that in my private group. Fabulous. All right, so let's get going. I'm going to use this glitter mesh. It's a little different than, you know, regular deco mesh. But that's what I like. I like different. I know, I love the sign also. Hey, Betty from Kentucky, how are you? All right, so we're gonna move this over. And let's, 1, 2, 3. I'm just fluffing these out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. So we have 18 on here. All right, so we're going to cut 18 of these. Hey, Betty. Hey, Monica. Oh, this is our new logo. It's Maisie, of course. That's actually her. I took a picture of her, and I had a designer create it. Chris from Affordable Wreaths and Things. She actually designed this for me, and I absolutely love it. So we have this on my Etsy shop. We have these t-shirts and a v-neck, and they're all unisex, so check it out. All right, we're gonna cut these. Let me see, how long did I say this was? This is 19 inches. So typical mesh is 21 inches. This one is 19. So let's cut this at, you know what, maybe we'll do poofs instead of cutting. Let me just think for a moment. Let's do the poofs. I'm feeling poofs. See, I changed my mind. See, I go in with a concept and I change. So this is not a full roll, so we might have to add to it. But I just throw it on the floor, fold it up. You missed the sign? Here's the sign. Isn't that cute? Really cute. Hey, Veronica. You do? I'll get you one, Melissa. I'll order you a shirt. You got it, girl. All right. So this is not typical deco mesh. As you can see, it is more like a netting. Okay? And it has glitter on it. They're calling it metallic mesh with glitter. That's what it's being called. All right. Now, there. Okay. So we're going to make 10-inch poofs. And we'll just see how it goes. Hey Sharon, how are you? So, and I poof as I go. I know, the sign is so cute. Lori always has the best signs. She does. For those of you who don't know, a lot of my signs, though, come from my other soul sister, Melissa from burlapboutique.com. The one, all the butterfly ones, the bumblebee, the ladybugs, they all came from her. The dog one, I just sold that one. I did that one last week, and that sold while I was in Texas. My roll is rolling under my table. Okay. And that sign had the dog bones and the paws on it. That came from Melissa as well. Hello, Veronica. How are you? You guys, do me a favor. If you would spread the love for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Trying to build up my audience here on YouTube and on Facebook. And the only way of doing that is spreading the love. So I feel like this is going to need a few pass-throughs, because as we can see, you can see right through that. And I like a nice, thick and hardy frame. You know, like, I don't like you being able to see through. So we're going to add some of the green mesh, the 10-inch. And we're going to do ruffles on that. This mesh keeps sliding down under my table. Okay, come on. Stay with me, mesh. There we go. So as you guys can see, I'm in a new area of my home. I am in the den. So I have moved my craft room out in the den. I've taken it over. But my old craft room is for my supplies now. So all my ribbon and my mesh is still in that old craft room. All my wreath frames, my swags, my garlands, they're all in there as well. Hey, Roxanne, how are you? Hey, Sarah, how are you, girl? Son took me out for Mother's Day, then went to Joann's, Michael's, and Dollar Tree's. Not one plain wreath for him. Couldn't believe it. Really, Christine? I was going to say, that's a great Mother's Day. Go out shopping. Your son takes you out to dinner and then a day of shopping. That's awesome. You might want to go on, if you're just looking for an inexpensive wreath frame, Dollar Tree. Go on the website. Buy a case. I'm telling you, in the long run, it's worth it. That's what I do. I buy my Dollar Tree frames by the case. You know, instead of having to drive around to all different Dollar Trees trying to get frames. It's just a lot easier. You can get it delivered to your local Dollar Tree so you don't pay for shipping. You know, and you can pick it up there. It's just this way you don't go nuts, you know. All right, so now we're just going to cross over to the front. Now the mesh that Lori gave, I'm saving it for another design. And I actually have it, but I like it a lot, so. And then this one, I wanted to soften it up just a little. So that's why I'm adding the white. And then we're going to add the 10-inch. Always mention you when I'm watching Hardworking Mom on Wednesdays and Sundays, and let people know to look you up too. Thanks, Roxanne. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate that. That's why I love this community, you know. So I'm going to make these poofs in the middle just a little larger, okay? So typically they are 10 inches on the outside. These are approximately, I'm going to say, about 15 right here in the middle. Okay. I want a bigger poof right here. I mean, Madre is home. Had my car drive. She's never driven my car before. She left her car up at my dad's. And, did you like it? Is it raining, Emma? It is raining. She has a little rain cap on. She looks like my grandmother. Her mom. How did it drive?
What?
How did it drive?
Nice.
Good. Her car is up. Her lease is up soon. But actually, it's due in September, but she could do it any time now. And I'm always like, what are you going to get? You're going to get the same car, or are you going to get something different? She's like, maybe something like what you have. Now that she drove it. Yes, I know. My girl always has my back. Lori is very good. Okay. So as you can see, these poofs are larger on top. Okay. Okay. We got one more, and that is the end of the roll. So that was perfect time. That was like a half a roll of this mesh. So that was perfect. The original mesh, oh, I have it inside. I can show it to you. It was like a purple, green foil, high foil mesh. Now, I only have this much left, so I'm just going to come around, and we're going to just do a third row. So instead of cutting it, just fill it in. Hey Angie, how are you, girl? Do you ever work with tulle and flex ribbon? Anybody? Yes. Actually, for Halloween, we're going to be doing a tulle witch. So that's going to be cute. All right. So that's what we have. Okay, all around. Okay. So I'm not going to open up this second one. Let's open up our poly jute, and we're going to add some ruffles. We're going to move that over there, move that out of the way. Okay. Just throw them in my pocketbook. It's right there on the floor next to you, Ma. Okay, so I have this in my shop. I believe we have some still available. I had a sale last week. So some of it's sold, but I don't think we sold out of it. We sold out of the snowball mesh. And we sold out. Oh, no, we didn't sell out of the Christmas. We still have a few of the Christmas 21-inch left. But if you go to my website, you can see the supplies that I sell. Thanks, Angie. Trying to grow it. Trying to grow it. Hey, Melissa. How are you? Mine is poly jute. I love fabric. In fact, I just bought some fabric mesh from Damon that just came in. So I'm going to be working with that. I have some ideas that I want to do. All right. So we're going to cut this. Let's cut it about 20 inches. Okay? We'll do 20-inch ruffles. So when you're cutting your mesh, it is important to cut straight. I know a lot of people have tendency, they want to go fast, you know, and get through it, but it really affects the way your ruffles or your, you know, woodland ruffles or curls, whatever you're doing. It's important that you have a nice straight cut. So just take your time and cut as straight as possible. Because it does affect it when you go to curl it or ruffle it. And you don't want it to be, like my private group, we call it wonky donkey. You know, the only time we want it wonky donkey is when we're intentionally making it wonky. Other than that, we don't want it wonky donkey. Okay, and as many of you know, I don't typically measure. Okay, but for some reason today I'm feeling like I should measure. All right, I'm going to need my other scissors because I didn't feel like taking out my mesh roller. So I need 18 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need 6 more. I love this mesh. This is a mix between a poly and a deco. It has the plastic running through it, and I love it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. One more. Ooh, awesome. Awesome. Is this? Yep, I just got it. Awesome. That worked out perfect. Perfect, perfect. So what did I miss, guys? What did I miss? Anything? I find the wire ribbon just holds its frame better because whatever position you put it, it stays. Yes, I only use wired ribbon. That's all I use. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm flooded in, but that's okay with me. More time to make Absolutely, Melissa. Always take a negative, turn it into a positive. One of my members is in the hospital. She fell and broke a lot of things. And she's now in a rehab. So what do I do with the frame? Oh, right here. And she's not like, poor me. She's like, it gives me more time to set up my Etsy shop and get my business going, where more people would be like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. You know what I mean? This girl just takes a positive, or finds a positive, I should say. All right, so we're just going to ruffle. Okay, and again, we want to go as straight as possible. Okay, so I just take my 2 index fingers. Okay, and we're going to put 1 ruffle in every twist tie. Okay? And we're doing it downward. I'm not having the ruffles up, I'm having them down. Okay? So that is how it's going to look. Okay? I got that from your shop with the sign and ribbon, and I can't bring myself to use it. Girl, Christine, you better use it. I know, sometimes when you get good stuff, you know, you don't want to use it until you really have a focused idea. I get it, girl. I totally get it. Okay, so we're just using our fingers, just bringing the mesh towards you, okay? And we're making a little bow, okay? And we're putting them in every twist tie. And this is going to be a cute spring summer ribbon. Listen to me. Wreath. It's going to be a great everyday wreath for your front door. Okay? Hey, Connie. How are you, girl? Lori asked everyone to mention one of her students' cubbies on her last Sunday class. The girl just started her thing on Etsy, and it's called Lemon Drop Wreaths. Casey, that's Casey from Lemon Drop Wreaths, yep. She is a cubby. We are both cubbies. I love Casey. Okay. Oh, good, Connie. I'm glad to hear it. So again, you want to try and keep this ruffle as straight as possible. And these are easy because you have guidelines with this mesh because of the jute running through it. So that cream color is the jute part. And that's where I typically leave my fingers to ruffle right up that way. All right. So let me show you. Okay. I lay it out. And you see the two cream sides right here? I'll go up the middle right here, and that will be my guideline where I bring the mesh towards me. Now everyone else has, everyone has their own way of doing things. This is just my way of doing it. I try to stay in the center, and I bring the mesh to me. Some people, they bring their fingers up, and they go up towards the mesh. I bring it to me. To me, I find that's the easier way. So if you guys wouldn't mind spreading the love for me, I would really appreciate it. I'm working hard to get my YouTube built up. And I plan this summer to go really hard with YouTube, to actually do more lives on YouTube. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. It's hard to, do social media and, Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. It's just so many hours in a day, But I love coming on here onto YouTube because I do love the community here. You guys are so friendly and welcoming. And that's a plus. So I fluff as I go. I make sure everything is in its place. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate that, girl. Yes, if you guys wouldn't mind, if you're new, you can definitely subscribe. Hit that bell. That bell will let you know when I go live here on YouTube. Okay? Also, if you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up. That would be fabulous. I would appreciate it. So I wanted to come on here and show you something different using different materials that you don't typically see. So this netting is something new that I purchased, and I gotta say I kind of love it. I was a little nervous in the beginning that it wasn't going to cover as well, but adding this ruffle to it, I think is exactly what it needed. Oh, thank you, Colleen. I appreciate that, girl. You guys, honestly, you guys are so inspiring to me. That's why I love coming on here. I've been doing this for so long. I've been designing for about 8 years. And, I've been doing the whole Facebook thing for a little over a year now. And it's just, and I'm practically new to YouTube, So, anytime you start anything new, it's a little scary, but it's exciting because I just love meeting new people. We just had a retreat this past weekend in Texas. For those of you who don't know, Khalid and Rhonda Nickerson had their first retreat, and I love it because you see old faces, friends that you've made throughout the community. You make new friends with new faces that you see on lives and everything, or that may be in my private group, and I just love it. I love this community. It is so much fun. I love it. Almost as much as I love this spring green. This spring green is so refreshing. Absolutely love it. Okay. Thank you, Angie. You guys are awesome. Absolutely awesome. Thanks, Monica. Hey, Johnny. Johnny's in my private group. How are you, girl? Super excited to get back to designing in the private group tonight. I go live every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Sunday. We go live 3 days a week in my private group. And we have a great time. We're like a family. We really are not like family. We are a family. We're like really close, and everyone knows each other. It's amazing. Honestly, it's amazing. I'm super proud of my private group. And I look forward to it. You know, some people, when they go to work, they're like, oh, jeez, I got to go live tonight, or I got to make a wreath tonight. I honestly love it. If it's making a wreath or making that beehive or whatever it is we're doing, I truly, truly love it. Love, love, love. Don't you fall off this table. Don't even think about it. We got a lot of room now that we're out here. There's no excuses for things to be falling off. Okay. So, I look forward to it. So, we're going to be doing tonight in my design group. I'm going to be teaching, actually this week, we're going to do 2 new methods tonight. Oh, well, tonight's going to be one of them, and Thursday night we're going to do another new method that I don't know if they've seen, or if they haven't seen, I don't know if they were taught it. So, I'm going to show them 2 new methods tonight that I have learned from my coaches, or from, you know, watching other designers. So, you know what, even though I have my private group, you know, I'm still like, my mom was both my parents are retired school teachers, and she always told me she's never too old to learn. She had her master's, and she still had things to learn. So that's what I say. I'm always trying to learn new ideas, you know, and new ways of doing things. And that's what I want to pass on to my group. You know, not just tips and tricks, but new methods, new ideas. You know, there's only so many ways you can play with deco mesh. At least that's what you think, right? Until someone comes out with a new idea. And there you have it. Another idea. So, that's what I love. Oh, I'll post you to my Facebook. Put it out to the public that way anyone on Facebook will know you, be able to look you up. Aw, thanks, Roxanne. I appreciate that. Thanks, Sarah. Angie, Katie, and Lori are who I learned from last year on YouTube before taking the leap of opening my own Etsy and Facebook page. I love it. It keeps me busy and my mind working. Absolutely, Colleen. Absolutely. So as all of you know, I had a message. I have MS, okay? Now, when I first got diagnosed, yes, I did the whole poor me, why me? But you know what? Because of my dad, he was like my strength. I didn't drive for the first year because it affected my vision. That's how we found out. I mean, you can find out by having lesions. There's all different ways of finding out when you first get diagnosed. And mine was through my vision. So I didn't drive for the first year. And if it wasn't for my father, he kept like, I'm getting you in a car. You're getting in a car and you're driving. I was like, no, I don't want anyone if I get in an accident, blah, blah, blah. Poor me. Well, he was the one who got me out of it. And I refused. And I was going through a hard time, you know. I was going through a divorce, and, you know, who would want me? Who wants to marry me? I could be in a wheelchair someday. That whole thing, you know. Well, him and Doodles, my husband, for those who don't know, I call my husband Doodles. His name is Lou, but everyone in the community knows him as Doodles, because that's what I call him. And if it wasn't for the strength of those 2 men, my dad and him, I probably would still be saying, poor me, poor me. But I've learned with great parents that, you know what, you don't give up. You don't give in. So, you know, you just keep battling. And I've always been a crafter, and I've always loved to draw and be artistic and everything. And I was with my mom shopping, and she was buying a wreath, and, you know, it was this sad looking wreath, and they had like 10 of them. We were at like Pottery Barn or Pier 1, one of those stores, and it was like $40. I was like, Ma, you gonna spend $40 on this? So I can make you one even better. I had never made a wreath before in my life. Went home, started watching videos. Nick and Damon were my first 2 to watch, and then Lori. And I made her a wreath. She loved it, and it was the saddest looking thing that I made. Honestly, it was just this year in my private group that I took it down, because she refused for me to take it down. She was like, don't you touch that wreath. I was like, Ma, I got to take it down. It looks horrible. She loved it. And I just revamped it a few months ago. And which it looks so much better. But anyway, it was my first one. She loved it. I made one for my sister. She loved it. Then a few of her friends, you know, they would drop the kids off at my sister's house with my nieces and nephew or pick them up, whatever. And they'd be like, where'd you get that wreath? And, you know, she would say, my sister made it. Then, you know, before you know, you get these orders here and there. And one day my sister was like, I was showing her some designs that I had. And she's like, you know, you could really sell these. You know, you could really do this as a business. And I'm like, who's going to buy these from me? And she's like, my friends already do. And I was like, you're right, you know, kind of thing. So I came home and, you know, like I am like the Lucy. You know, I come home to Doodles and I'm always having some kind of harebrained scheme or idea. And I was like, I want to open a wreath business, you know. And like the great man that he is, always supporting me, he was like, okay, you know. And that's how it started, you know. That's my whole story in a nutshell. Can't do anything on YouTube. I will spread the love it. Thank you, Christine. Thank you. Hey, Erin from San Diego. How are you? I love you. My honey girl. My dearest friend has MS at 76. She is still going strong. She refuses to stop and give in. She always fought. Yes. Amen to that. Thanks, Angie. It's an awesome story, but it's true. That's my life, you know. But, yeah, so I refused to give up, and here we are today, you know. And I'm trying to grow Krazy Mazie Kreations, doing the best I can to get on here every day, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram. You know, I just love what I do. I really do enjoy it. All right, so look how full and fabulous this is. Nice, 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 full and fabulous. Love it. All right, let's get that sign on, because lately I've been into getting the sign on. Now, these have 4 holes. One on each corner, okay? And we're going to use my silver 26 gauge wire. Thanks, Monica. Okay. And I'm just going to cut. I don't know how long I cut, but I'll let you know how long it is. Approximately 21 inches. And I'm sure they're all not going to be the same length. Because, again, I don't measure. I just basically eyeball it. Because I am the type of designer, like, I come up with a concept. So the concept today was spring with this sign. So I knew my colors and everything. But originally, I thought I was going to do, like, the curl and loop or something. But, this one's really long. But then I got here. I got on YouTube. We were live, and I changed my mind. And I wanted to do a poof. So that's what we did with a ruffle. Okay. So let's get this on. So if you guys have any questions for me, I would love to answer them. If you have any questions that you want to ask, don't hesitate. I had a brain tumor that changed my life forever. Ooh, Sarah. Good for you. Are you stronger than you ever were? I think you are. Because I see you a lot on here. Hey, Margie. Thank you, girl. I know. Sad and depressed for a long time. But then one day you woke up and was like, you know what? This is not a trial run. This is what my dad told me. This is not a trial run. This is the real deal. You only get one chance at this life. Why are you going to waste it depressed and miserable when you can make the most out of it, you know? And it was his love and him fighting for me that made me who I am right now, today. You know, and same with my Doodles. In the beginning of me and him dating, I kind of tried to push him away a little bit, but Doodles did not give up. And I love him for that and for many other reasons. He is my knight in shining armor, that man. Okay, here we go. So whenever I design, I try and find a wonky side. Okay, so this looks pretty good, except I'm going to say right here, because the mesh is kind of coming out a little bit more there. So that's where we're going to put our sign. And I'm going to put it on an angle. And I'm thinking bow here. and ribbon tails. Okay? So let's move it in just a little. Let's wire it down. Absolutely, Roxanne. Absolutely. All right, so whenever I wire my my signs in, I always go through the mesh. Always, always, always. How hard was it for you to start buying your supplies? I'm one who has ideas and then look at prices of supplies and I back down because there is something else that needs to be taken care of. All right, Colleen with a K, let me tell you, okay? When I first started, I did not shop at, the Wreath shop or Craft Outlet or these stores. Even Hobby Lobby I didn't shop at. I went to Dollar Tree, okay? I made wreaths from Dollar Tree items. I would sell them, take that money, and reinvest it. Okay, so slowly as you start building up clientele, okay, and you start building up, start having some sales, you start building up some savings, So that's what I did, and before long, I went from Dollar Tree to like Michael's, and, I would cut out coupons. I would never buy anything, and I still don't. Usually it has to be on sale or something, very rarely. Like, honestly, for the first time ever this weekend, I bought expensive ribbon. I had never done it, and I've been doing this 8 years. Okay, I had never bought expensive ribbon before in my life. But I did this weekend. Because now I'm at the place where, I get some high-end customers, So I can do it. But I started exactly there. I started at Dollar Tree, I think that's where most people start, Michael's, AC Moore, Hobby Lobby, and then you just sell that wreath. You put that money towards the next thing. And my other thing I would say is when it comes to family members, and a lot of people make this mistake, don't be giving the house away. You know what I mean? I mean, if it's your mom, that's different. My sister I gave to. But, aunts, cousins, things like that, you got to charge them. Whether it's full price or you give them a little break, you know what I mean? You have to charge, You have to. Because it's your materials, I think I want to readjust this corner. But I'm going to get this one in next. Yes, he is definitely my soulmate. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes you just have to rearrange, and don't pull too tight. That's the other thing, guys. You don't want your sign sinking into your mesh. Okay. All right. So I basically have it in. Okay. Now I just looped it around one time. I want to see the positioning. Okay. So now we turn it upside down, and this is where we're going to tighten everything. Okay. And I'm only going to bring it around a few times. Now, I know a lot of designers don't let you see the back of their wreaths, which I don't understand, because I think the back of your wreath should be as pretty as the front of your wreath. It should be nice and clean. Hey, Katie, just logging on. Glad to see what you're creating. How was the trip? Oh, my God, Bunny, Texas was amazing. Amazing. The retreat was awesome. I'm just looking for my needle nose. Here we go, my needle nose. So I like to have everything tucked in so nothing scratches my customer's door or wall. All right. It was great seeing so many people that I had already known. It was fabulous meeting new people. I met a few of my clubbies. Those are members in my private group. And I met new people that I just see on lives, you know. It's so strange because on a live, if you've ever done a live, you know this. You know that, you know, you talk to so many people and you see this little tiny picture, you know, their profile picture. But you don't really know what they look like. So when people come up to me and they're like, Katie, this is so-and-so from somewhere, you know, from California. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's so nice to meet you. And then you see their face and everything. You're like, holy moly, I see this little picture. I would never know that was you. So I love it. Truly, truly love it. And we learned a lot of things. We made a lot of fun things. We made a wreath. And we made a little mason jar. I don't have it here. A little mason jar container thing. I got to hang out with Kaya, Khalil's daughter, who I love. She's a big Aaron Judge fan. She lives in Texas, but her cousin plays for the Blue Jays, so she does know baseball, and she loves Aaron Judge, so I bought her a t-shirt, a Aaron Judge t-shirt, and a New York Yankees hat, and she wore it all weekend. She loved it, and she reminds me a lot of me, because I was a tomboy when I was little, and I'd wear baseball hats. I was not, you know, my mom didn't dress me in dresses and stuff like that. I was not the typical girl. And I always wanted to play sports with the boys, you know. So, let's go over here. And this is our last one. Try Paper Mart. It's wholesale mesh prices. Their meshes run around $3.99 depending on what you want. Order. It's a mail order place. That's very good advice, Roxanne. Thank you for letting her know that. So if you have your wholesale license, that's another great way of savings. Okay. All right. A little wet through. Glad it did not mess it up. First, let me say you're beautiful inside and out. You're very talented and joy to watch. Your family's always there for you and your wonderful husband. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate that. I am. I know that. I thank God every day for my blessings. Every day. All right. So this is the last one we're going to get around. And then we're going to get some ribbons on here. All right. I'm going to save those wires. Oh, I just caught a glimpse of my roots. I'm getting them done on Friday. Like my mama, I will never go gray. You will never see a gray hair on my head. They will always be colored. All right, so there's a sign. I put it down on the bottom. Okay, and we're going to do a nice bow. But first, let's do some ribbon tails. Okay. I have glitter all over the floor here. So, let's get my perfect tails. Okay. And where are the ribbons? Here are some of the ribbons that we are going to use. Now, I think I'm going to save this for the bow. I got this. I got this. I don't know if I'm going to use the black. I'm not sure yet. But I grabbed some other ribbons as well. So, hold on one second. Let me grab those. Because you know me when it comes to ribbon, there are never enough ribbons to choose from. Okay. So here's my stack of ribbon that I chose for this design. I could have brought more out, but I took it easy on everyone. Okay. All right, so we can put this down. Okay. So we're going to use, for the ribbon tails, we'll use this pink, that, we'll use, do a little yellow, a little blue, and then that's fun. And we're going to do 12 inches. 12-inch tails. Okay. Yep, tomboy. I was definitely a tomboy growing up. Mom, would you say I was a tomboy growing up?
Yes.
All right, so we'll do this and this. Hopefully we'll have enough. We're going to do 9 of each. Where are my scissors? Right here. These are my ribbon scissors that one of my clubbies got me. Because I'm a lefty. So it's hard to find scissors. So she bought me lefty scissors because I kept struggling. All right, so we're going to do 9 of them. And these are the perfect tails. If you're interested in these, you can check it out. I will put the link. These are for sale on the Soul Sister page, website, creativesoulsisters.com. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yes, Paper Mart's a great place to look. Yeah, no, you don't need a wholesale license for Paper Mart. Right. Absolutely, Roxanne. It's a great thing that they do. You know, for people that don't have them. Because in some states it can be expensive to, you know, get your license and stuff, depending on your state. Hey, Maria, how are you? Thank you, girl. I appreciate that. Okay, and we're just going to dovetail. Okay. So whenever you order one of Lori's kits, she gives you more than enough ribbon for your design. Okay, so there's the pink. There we get going on. We'll put this over there. Okay, and we're going to do some green. I don't think I'm going to do black, but I will hold on to it because you just never know. May want to put it in the bow. Not sure, though. So I appreciate everyone spreading the love for me. Thank you very much. Clancy goes wherever you go, Ma. Clancy's my 10-year-old mutt, and he's in love with my mother. I think it's because she gives him ice cream at night. And she spoils him.
He deserves to be
1,
spoiled.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. He does deserve to be spoiled. You're right. So the doctor, he went to the vet a couple weeks ago because he had ACL surgery, so he was limping. And the doctor said he's 10 pounds overweight. So we have to cut back on peanut butter. But he didn't say anything about the ice cream. So as long as we cut back on the peanut butter, everything else doesn't matter. I was looking into license and it's a few $100s. Yes. So wait, yes, Colleen, it could be expensive to get your license depending what state you're in. I know for New York State it was a couple $100s as well. Yes, Colleen, fur babies do need to be spoiled. Absolutely, I agree with you. And my mom definitely spoils the fur babies. But I'll tell you, Clancy will bark. It doesn't matter who's outside. His bark, you would think he is like a pit bull, right? With his deep bark, he'll scare the hell out of anyone. But yet you come to the door, he's like, come on in, they're in the back. Come on in. He's the friendliest dog. Now, Maisie, the 10-pound Yorkie, she barks, she yaps like it's, I mean, there could be a leaf outside blowing around or a squirrel, and she's barking. But yet she'll bite your ankles off. She will go after you. She's no joke. She ain't playing. When you cross her territory, you better watch your ankles because she's going after you. Right, Ma?
Oh, yes.
She ain't playing.
Got the wrong channel on.
The wrong channel? Oh, what do you want? You can talk, Mom. It's okay.
Put on 183.
QVC. My mom's a QVC junkie. So I had QVC 1 on. She wants QVC 2 on.
Look who's platinum all the way.
Oh, wow. She's blonde. Antonella, I should say, is one of our favorite hosts on QVC. And she's now blonde. And she's like this Italian, like her parents off the boat, Jersey Shore kind of Italian. And now she's a blonde, where she's like dark. Like she has that olive skin and that dark hair. And now she's a blonde. That's so funny. My garbage is literally throwing up. How old is Maisie? Maisie is turning 7 the 15th. When is that? Wednesday?
Tomorrow.
Her birthday's tomorrow. I gotta go get her a cookie. I gotta get her a birthday cookie. Tomorrow's Maisie's birthday. Where's my pin cushion? Right here. So she'll be 7 tomorrow, my Maisie girl.
Oh, that went fast.
That went fast, right? 7 years went fast. Everyone's saying hi to you, Mom.
Hi to everybody. Antonella did the show before this on jewelry.
Yeah.
Oh, she was so funny.
8,
She
9.
makes me laugh.
She is a funny host. She's one of the better hosts. I have 2 palms and both are spoiled rotten. I know, right? You gotta spoil them. They can't spoil themselves. So you need to buy wholesale mesh and ribbon now to earn the money to get your license. The place is definitely shop paper mart for mesh and ribbon. Yes, I agree. Yes, what I do for the bubbies is there's a local bakery. Well, it's not a bakery. It's like a doggy shop kind of thing, and they have birthday little cupcakes and little cookies. So I usually get one for them. Well, I get one for each of them, and then we sing happy birthday. It's a little embarrassing, but they like it. Well, actually, Clancy doesn't really like it. He just wants the cookie or the cupcake. He doesn't really care about the singing. Maisie likes all the attention, though. She likes when you sing to her. All right. Ooh, I'm getting low on my yellow dot. All right. Mom needs to visit more. Well, Mom, usually when I'm live, she stays upstairs. But now that I'm into the den, now she can come in, because in my other room, there was nowhere for her to sit except on this little stool. And she has a bad back. So now, being in the den, there's a couch, there's another leather chair. So she could hang out here. There's the TV she could see. So she can hang out here for my whole live. Right, Moms?
Yeah, as long as I have PVC on.
And a chair to sit in.
And a phone to call when I want.
But you can't call while I'm live, though. I mean, you could. You just have to step out of the room.
I'll go in there.
Yeah. Usually she has me call. That's what she'll say. When she's like, oh, Katie, turn on 79. So I turn on QVC. And she's like, what do you think? And if I like it, she says, I think I'm going to get that. And I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, can you call for me? I'm like, of course I can call for you.
Your brother.
I'm sure I'll post pictures tomorrow of Maisie's birthday. Mom, you can't. You have the phone off the hook, number 1. And number 2, you can't turn that on while I'm on a live out here.
Oh, then I'll bring it into the bathroom.
Yeah, before you turn it on, though.
Okay.
Why don't you hold on to it, because I'm sure they're going to call back. Okay. That's what daughters do. Yep. That's right.
She looks good.
She does. I like her as a blonde. And I'm sure as the summer progresses and she has a house at the shore, she'll get blonder. Makes her look tanner.
She was funny in the other show.
Yeah. Christine says we're funny together, you and I.
That's a nice, oh no, I don't like,
No, I don't like that.
it's all sandals this show.
Oh, really? I don't need sandals.
Well, you never have too many.
See, this is the thing. My mom, I say I don't need it, and my mom is like, she's like, well, you would never have too many. And then I tell Doodles it was my mother's fault I bought something. And he doesn't believe me. But it really is her fault. I try to stop her from purchasing. I don't encourage it.
You lie.
All right. So let's get our tails in. Let's put that over there. Let's clean this up.
I can't see good here.
Go back in your leather seat.
I am.
Okay, good. All right, my garbage is truly throwing up. Christine agrees with you.
What?
About shopping.
Good, I'm glad. She's a smart girl.
She is a smart girl. She's one of my clubbies, too, Christine. Oh, I dropped the wreath. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, all right, so we're going to add, can you guys see? Yeah, you can see. All right, we're going to add one. So we're going to try and bring in the colors. There's blues, there's pinks, there's purples, there's yellows from the sign. We're going to bring it right into the wreath. Okay? And that's what I do when I make any kind of tail. You want it like a bird. Okay? That's what gives it the fluffiness of it. Johnny says, you are your mother's daughter. I sure am. I look like her. I don't know if I act like her. I don't know if that. I'm a little more rough around the edges than my mom. My mom's a little more polished than I am. But I definitely am my mother's daughter. That is for sure. Okay. And I like the 12-inch because I want to be able to see, this mesh that we put in. This gorgeous, gorgeous mesh. Bunny, the ruffles are 20 inches. Okay? Approximately. We all know that I don't typically measure. Okay? So, like I say, approximate. I put that one on backwards. So if you guys would do me a favor and spread the love for me, I would really appreciate it. I'm really trying to build up this community. You can spread the love anywhere, like Pinterest to Facebook. That's what I love about YouTube, that you have other channels that you can spread the love to. I don't think you can do that on Facebook. I don't think I could spread from Facebook to YouTube. Hey Joanne, how are you? Thanks for joining. And if you guys are new, just click that subscribe button above. And you can hit that bell. And when I go live here on YouTube, it will notify you every time I go live. Now, I didn't put ribbons in all my twist ties. I didn't want to waste it and hide it with my sign. So that's I've been doing this a lot lately. So I've been putting my tails on after putting on the sign. Now I used to always put it on first, my tails, but lately I've changed my ways. I have been putting tails on after my signs. Hey Cindy, how are you? Package just arrived today at my house from Paper Mart. 21 rolls of mesh in it. This was my order. Different two-tone colors, deco mesh. 3 to 4 each color. I got this for under 60 bucks. Awesome. That is awesome. Okay. I have to look for fabric, 10-inch fabric. That's what I'm on the hunt for. I got some from Damon from Deco Depot, but I need more in different colors. What do you think about this wreath so far, Ma? Are you liking the colors?
Yes.
Whenever I make a wreath, oh, look at this. Look what they did. They sewed that. That's no bueno. So we're going to need another one of that green. Whenever I'm done with a live, usually in the past I would come out and show my mom what I made. But now I don't show her as much because I'd have to walk upstairs. And I'm too lazy. Thanks, Cindy. I appreciate that, girl. Thank you.
Now I forgot what I was going to do.
What were you going to do?
Oh.
And she just remembered. Okay. Yes, I'm in my den. We moved from right next door is where my craft room was, and it's a spare bedroom. And I moved out into the den. So now the den is my area to design, and that my old craft room, it is holding it has all my mesh, my ribbons, so that is still on the walls. And all my wreath frames are still in there, my garlands, my swags, everything is still in there. And I'm going to use that for like storage. And this is going to be my design area. Isn't that fabulous? Love it. I love having more room. It really, honestly, just helps my creativity. You know, I don't feel like the walls are crashing in on me. It is, Bunny, absolutely. Oh my goodness, Christine. Isn't that horrible? I hate that. I hate that. You know, and it's so funny because if we were to complain, I mean, honestly, what would they say? You know? But if you received something from someone where something was not right, I did it again. I turned that one upside down. You would bring it right back to the store. But for some reason, when that happens with the mesh, we tend to keep it and cut it out and just go on. I don't know. Like I just did with the ribbon, you know? It's crazy pants. I found the materials just forces you into another space. It does. It gets overwhelmed. Anyone watch Laura make her fall wreath? No, I haven't. I haven't even seen it. Okay. This way. No, it's excellent mesh. Same as I would get at Hobby Lobby, but Hobby Lobby I'd end up paying. I don't like Hobby Lobby mesh. I do like their seasonal, but not their everyday mesh. I don't think it's good quality. Excuse me, Glugger. I don't think it's good quality at Hobby Lobby. But their seasonal seems to be better than their everyday. Okay. With the pumpkin sign, found that sign anywhere other than Sims? Yeah. What method did you use for the mesh? Cindy, I did a poof, but this is not regular deco mesh. This is, it's mesh, but it's like a fish. It's like a netting kind of mesh. Okay. Have you ever purchased mesh from AC Moore? I have. I mean, it's not very good quality as well. If when you're starting, I think it's great for beginners. I really do. To do the poof method. Once you get into doing, like, you're cutting your mesh, you do want to get a higher quality mesh because you want less fraying. The better quality mesh doesn't fray as much. You're always going to have fraying, okay, because it's mesh. Okay, so you're never going to stop it completely. But the better quality you get, the less fraying you tend to, you will have. Oh, that dovetail has to be better. So, yes, I have purchased it. Would I now again purchase it? No. But like I said earlier, the more, you move on in your career and the more established you get, the better materials you tend to purchase, I found out paper mark from Lori, hardworking mom. Quality makes it. It absolutely does. Your fall wreath with the pumpkin sign. Can we get it anywhere else besides Sims? My fall wreath with the pumpkin sign. I have to look. I don't know which one you mean. Joanne. I don't even know if I got it from Sims. I don't know which wreath you're talking about. It's in my Etsy shop. Yes, Angie, me too. Fabric mesh is all I will use now, and I use wood burning. Yeah, I know a lot of people that do that. I have a member in my private group that does that. She does, oh, I did it recently? I did a fall wreath recently? I don't think I did. I have a member in my private group that does Unique in the Creek. She does those roses and those sunflowers, and she uses a lot of fabric mesh, and she uses a wood burning tool as well. And she loves it. Loves it. Whoopsie. I like Craft Outlet. In fact, I just placed an order last night with Sims and Craft Outlet. In my group, we're doing 2 kits. The first one coming out is going to be a farmhouse on a grapevine. And the next one after that is going to be a welcome door rail. So I was buying supplies for both kits last night. And I'm super, super excited. And my soul sister, Melissa from Burlap Boutique, she's the one doing our farmhouse sign, which I am so excited for everyone to see it. My clubbies got first look at it. I posted it in our private group, so they love it. And I was going to do it on a regular work form, wreath form, but we took a vote and Grapevine won, which I'm excited because that's what initially I wanted to do on this design. So it will be our first Grapevine wreath kit. So I'm super stoked about that. Super excited about that. Okay. We only have a few more to do. And then we're done with our ribbon tails and we can make a bow. I don't remember doing a full wreath recently. What are better quality mesh is there? Anything in the high foil meshes, those are the best. Those are the better quality mesh. Where's the twist tie? Oh, it's right there. You're trying to hide from me. Anything high foil, I like the poly jute, and I also like the fabric. But if you're looking for deco mesh, anything high foil is the better. Okay, I gotta refold that one. It's not even. And that's the other thing. I take pride in my work. So if something's not right the first time, I definitely go back and make sure it's done properly. I put I put myself in your shoes. You know, if I was purchasing a handmade item, I'd want it as close to perfection as possible. Now, it is a made hand item, so nothing is ever 100% perfect. But you try to do your best and make it as perfect as possible. All right, I have to cut one more 12-inch because that one they tried to cheat me on. Where are my scissors? Right here. Okay, I'm going to dovetail it. As soon as my Doodles comes home, we have to change the garbage. Because it is literally throwing up. Yeah. They are great at quick shipping. Oh, really? Good. You use Miss Orange 21-inch proof roll and filled it with 6-inch orange brown. The ribbon was similar to a moss white and orange ribbon. You also used a solid 1/2 dark moss ribbon. I don't know, girl. Can you screenshot it, take a picture for me? I don't know which one you're talking about. I'm sorry, I have so many wreaths. And honestly, I don't remember doing my mom just cursed. Did you hear that? I'm sure you did. Something happened. I think she dropped something. Do you need help, Mom?
No, I made a mess.
Call Clancy.
Okay, I don't have to call him. He'll take care of it.
Okay.
Clancy, you got good eatings on the stairs. Come on, Clancy.
Clancy, go get it, Papa.
Before your sister does.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, Papa. Go get it. He doesn't know where you're talking about. He doesn't know it's up on the stairs. All right, so here we have all our tails in. What are you thinking, Mom, so far?
Nice.
Nice, nice, nice. All right, let's make a bow. Okay, we're going to use this bicycle ribbon. Let's move this out of the way.
It's up on the stairs, Clancy.
Okay. So let's take off 4-in-1. Okay. So we want this going like that. All right. This orange. Just catching the ends of this. Hey Janine, how are you? I was watching one of your recent ones and didn't realize you were live. We'll have to watch it again later. Beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think it was Laura. Oh, so it's not me. Oh, I thought you were talking about me. It's another designer's design you're asking me about. No, I don't know another designer's design. Okay. So, let's make some long tails. Let's make them about 20 inches. Okay? We'll make about 20-inch tails, approximately. Okay? Thanks, Bunny. I appreciate that. I think you're talking about Laura Jean, not Katie. Are you making a summer wreath now? What is the difference about the materials what's different about the materials you're using? There's nothing different except that it's, it's springy, summery materials, I'm just not using darker colors. I'm using bright colors. Everything I'm using, though, is anything that you can get. So this ribbon, you could get as well. Let's make these about 6 inches, these loops, okay? Okay, let's make them 6 inches. I'm just going to throw this on the floor. She did a fall wreath with a pumpkin sign. I apologize profusely, Katie. You are right, Melissa. Okay, so it wasn't me. All right. No worries. It happens, girl. It's all good, though. All right. Okay, we're going to do 2 loops. So when other designers say they're going to do 2 loops, that just means 2 loops on each side, okay? They say 3 loops, that means on one side there's going to be 3 loops. So 3 loops on each side, right? So I'm going to do 2. Actually, I might do 3. I might do 3 on this one. Okay. Okay, so we did 3 loops. Okay, and where are my scissors again? There they are. I'm going to dovetail. So I just lay the top one right on the bottom one just to get an idea of how long my tails are. Okay? And we still have a lot of ribbon left. Look how cute this ribbon is. It has bicycles on it. Isn't that cute? That's going to go really well with the sign. The sign has a bicycle that says welcome on it. All right. So that's that. So let's use this green next. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use pink next. Pink 1.5 inch. Dovetail. Okay. My phone won't print deco. It's funny. Could you use that bow maker to make a 3-tier bow? Absolutely. Absolutely, you could. So we're going to go the same length. We're going to go 6 inches again. Okay? And we're going to do 2 loops this time. Okay? Oh, I know. Actually, Melissa, someone reached out to me about that elf and wants me to make a design. So I think it's going to be a custom order. I haven't gotten the final details on it yet, but if it does, then I'll do it on a live. If not, I'll save it till I complete my idea. All right, so we're going to do 2 there. Down. Okay. We have a little bit left. Okay, now I'll do the green. And now we're going to start staggering. Okay, so our tails aren't going to be as long as they were. See, one starts barking, the other one starts. Okay, so we're just going to come up about an inch. Okay. We're going to dovetail. Okay. I love your bows. I made my bow in my hands. I never knew they were now makers. Yes. Yeah. It's so much easier when you have hand issues. These tools really help you so you don't have to hold everything in your hand. You know. Okay, so now we're going to come down about an inch. So we started at 6 inches. We're going to come down to about 5 inches. Okay, so I just basically eyeball what an inch is. Okay. You hear Clancy's bark? He sounds like a toughie, but he's really a mush. Now, it's a lot easier to do a bow when it's on your spool holder than how it's pre-cut. But we just adapt and excel here in the clubhouse. So if you want to check to see if your bows are the same length, all you do is lift them up, okay? And you can see that they're the same length. Don't you just hate it, this New York weather? I'm so sick of the cold weather. Mother Nature is angry. Mother Nature, I don't know if she's not medicated or she's on drugs. I don't know what's up with Mother Nature, but she better get her, her stuff together and get it together soon. We're in May, and Mother Nature is acting like, it's February. So I'm like revolting wearing short sleeves, even though it's cold in New York. It's like 40-something degrees, rainy, damp, cold. Okay, how much of this? I don't have enough, so we're only going to do 2 on each side. Okay, and like I said, we're going to come up about an inch on here.
That's all I got for it.
Was that all of it, Mom?
No.
Okay, we have a. Now I saved this. I know it doesn't look like much, but we're going to be making a wreath in my private group with all our scraps. Okay? Or another bow. We can make another bow with our scraps. All right. So what color should we do next? Let's do a little blue. Blue, 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 blue. Doodles must be home, or UPS or FedEx. Christine, you are so funny. But Doodles isn't home yet. He has about another 45 minutes before he gets home. So I'm wondering if it's Uncle Kevin. Uncle Kevin is what we named our UPS guy. me and my mother. His name is Kevin. But you know, like when you have an affair, you always tell the kids, you know, it's their uncle. So I told Clancy and Maisie it's their uncle. So one time when Kevin was dropping off packages, you know, I said, "Hi, Kevin, how are you?" And it was on a Friday because Doodles is off on Fridays. And he's like, "You know the UPS's first name?" I said, "Yeah, that's Kevin." And he's like, "Oh, Uncle Kevin?" You know, and I was like, "You have lost your mind, boy." So that's what we refer to our UPS guy now as Uncle Kevin. So funny. All right, so we're coming down again about an inch. And on this one, we're going to do 3. Okay, we're going to do 3 loops.
You didn't do bad on that deal, Clarence.
You spoil him again?
Yeah.
You would think Clancy would be 400 pounds the way my mom spoils him. And he doesn't run like he used to because he had the ACL surgery. But he's still looking good, my boy. Even though Dr. Weiner thinks he should lose 10 pounds. I don't want a skinny little dog. Right, baby? I think you're just perfect the way you are. Alright, so we got 3 loops on this one. Oops. I know, we haven't seen the sun in days also. When I left Texas, it was raining. When I got to Atlanta, it was raining. When I got to New York, it was raining. It's just rain, rain, rain. Okay.
It's only better than snow. That's
Yeah. You got that right, Mom. Don't jinx us. Who knows? Mother Nature might just bring us some snow.
Well, they're going to get some in Vermont.
They're getting snow in Vermont?
4 to 5 inches.
Don't say that. Seriously?
Yeah, I heard on TV that
When?
last night they're getting this storm that we're having.
They're getting it in snow?
Yeah.
What is wrong with Mother Nature? She has lost her mind. Okay, we're going to end up with a yellow stripe. That's how we're going to end this bow. It is, Cindy. It's going to look fabulous. Hey, Angela. How are you? I thought it was just my service. I live out in the woods, but YouTube works good. That's what Lori keeps telling me, that YouTube has better service than Facebook. And I'm tending to start to believe her. Okay, we're going to do... We'll do 4 on this one. 2 on each side. Okay? Sun on Easter. No, rained here on Easter. Then nothing but rain. Sun was mowing the lawn in sections. It was so wet. My cousin is in upstate New York. Said Sunday she was getting snow and hail. Oh, really? What part of upstate New York, Christine? All right. So we'll end it on the yellow. Going to Arizona on the 25th for my daughter's graduation from there. Oh, congratulations, Cindy. At least there it'll be warm. Okay, it's been a while. It has been, was I on last week? I don't remember if I was on YouTube last week. All right, let's get a pipe cleaner. You'll finally see the sun, Cindy. Congratulations to your daughter. Oni Anta. Oh, you're way up. Thank you. She finishes her residency on Friday. That's awesome. Congratulations. Oneonta is how far away from us, Ma?
It's a good trip.
Like less than 4 hours?
I would think maybe 5 or 6 hours.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
That's way up there.
It's one of the state schools.
Yeah, well, that I knew.
Who's over there?
No, that's where Christine's cousin lives.
Oh.
All right. So we're going to wrap this around. Okay. There we go. I got it. Just had to make sure I was under everything. Okay, don't let go. And we're going to twist. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Alright. Let's move that out of the way. Let's get Heavy D. For those of you who don't know, Heavy D is my fluff box. We call it Heavy D because if this thing fell on you, you're breaking something. So he is Heavy D. Rensselaer, near Albany. You know where that is, Mom? Rensselaer?
Yeah. I've never been there, but...
3 hours from New York City is 4 hours from you. Well, I'm only about...
No, we're not 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm not 4... We're only about 20 minutes from the city.
So we're about 2 hours from Albany.
Yeah, we're like 2 hours from Albany. I'm 20 minutes to the city with no traffic.
It took me
with no traffic.
We're going to work in the city.
Well, yeah. But with no traffic, 20 minutes. With traffic, who the hell knows? You know? All right. So let's get to making this sucker. Let's move this around here. All right. So all my tails are going forward, okay? I could never be a vet. I was a nurse, and people in pain didn't bother me, but animals can't tell you what's wrong. I would be crying. Yeah, I can't take Clancy or Maisie to the vet. Doodles has to. I couldn't even take my nieces and nephews to the vet. To the doctor. I couldn't see them in pain. No. I can't see them crying like that. I'm like that aunt that when it's all said and done, I'll take them for ice cream. You know, I'll be the good aunt. You know, and remind them I wasn't the one who took them to the doctor in the first place. Okay. All right. Now I'll do most of the fluffing of this bow on the wreath itself. Okay. Some nice long tails. Awesome. Okay.
I just still looked all over for the hair.
And you can't find your hairbrush? She lost her hairbrush. Alright, so here's our bow. Okay. Let's get it on. We'll put the fluff box right there. Where's the wreath? Wreath is right here. So we're going to put this right on an angle, right over here. Okay. And we're going to add some flowers to this. She is right now 12th in her class of 100. A good vet listens to her patients, and a great vet hears what they're saying. Absolutely. That's awesome, Pauline. Thank you, Angie. Thank you. I know, I wanted a big, fat, juicy bow on this. The bigger the bow, closer to God. It's kind of like hair. Okay, my pipe cleaner's got to be straight when it goes in, though. All right, there we go. Clancy is at my mother's feet laying down. Literally. Snoring his little head off. All right. Where's the other pipe cleaner? Right there. All right. So when you go through the mesh, you want to make sure you wrap it around the wire of the frame. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate that, girl. Okay, hold on. All right. And you don't want to sink it in. You don't want to pull too tight. You want that bow sitting high and tight on your wreath. Mom, I don't ever think you've seen me for a full live when I'm on a live designing a wreath. No. Is this like the first time? All right, let's see what that looks like. Loving it. Loving, loving, loving it. Hey, Susan. How are you, girl? Did the Zoom call last this whole time? Are you just getting off the Zoom now? The sign was from Lori Jacobs, Hardworking Mom. It's from her wreath kit that she did a couple months ago. I don't know if it was last month or 2 months ago. I don't know if she has any left over. You could email her and find out or check her shop. Hey, Carla, how are you? Thank you, girl. Yes. Well, this will be available if anyone's interested. I didn't have a chance to put it on in my Etsy shop yet, because I wanted to go live as soon as possible because I have my private group tonight, so I wanted to get this live done because I actually wanted to do this live yesterday, but I didn't get a chance yesterday because I had supply orders to get out. 18 boxes. Ugh, I had to invoice 18 boxes and get them out. So I got 12 out of the 18 done. All right, so if you are interested in this, just email me. And we can definitely get this out to you. All right, so I'm going to just curl some of these. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to be doing a rag bow in my group as well. All right, so I'm not going to curl all the tails. So I want a lot of them to be long. Okay. And I'm not going to curl them all the way. Just a little bit. I'm going to add some flowers. I have my glue gun on. I didn't put my glue pot on though. Okay. I'm going to add some flowers. Thank you. Yeah, 7 p.m. in the private group on Katie's Clubhouse. Absolutely. All right, so let's get some flowers. What did I do with the flowers? Here they are. Okay, so these are some of the flowers that I chose. Now, you could add any kind of embellishment. I'm choosing flowers because of the sign. You could add butterflies. One of my private group members, she does embellishments. So she made these cute little butterflies. Right? Aren't they adorable? Yes. So cute, right? So you could always add one of these, which I might still add, you know?
Yeah, that's cute.
I think it's adorbs. But let's add some flowers first. And then we may add those.
Oh.
You're funny, Cindy. I have the same glue gun. One of my clubbies got me these. I don't know who. My clubbies send me gifts, and they sign it anonymous. You know? So I don't know who sends me what. But I love my clubbies. All right. So let's add some florals. All right. And I want them to go.
Well, I gave away all the turkey I'm giving away. I dropped it on the floor. And your sister or your brother had.
Yeah. We can put it in the bow, but I'm just going to add it sporadically. Pieces throughout. Actually, I'm going to cut this a little more, a little shorter. Okay. I'm going to go right up in here, right under. Okay, and don't forget when you're adding something with glue, you want to just move it around a little bit. Put a little movement on it so it touches many points of that mesh. Okay. Okay, and I'm just going to go around periodically and just put it right on in. And do another one on this side. Oh, thanks, Sue. This is our new logo. This is actually Mazie and Chris from Affordable Wreaths and Things. She does logos and stuff, and she did our new logo, which I'm super excited. And we have these t-shirts in my Etsy shop for sale. We have them in all different colors. And we have them in V-neck. And right now we just have t-shirts, but I am going to be doing them in tank tops and sweatshirts. And I'm loving our new logo. Loving, loving, loving it. Okay, let's turn this around. Let me get this down in here. Is that May May crying? May May, why are you crying, girl? Okay. Let's add. Okay. Do some white. We do, Carla, right? We love them big, fat, and juicy bows. Sure do. Thank you. Absolutely, Cindy. Hold on one second. So again, it's one of my members in my private group. There's actually, she sent me two different types. This one, she sent me this one. It's orange, green, and like red. Okay, and has little eyes on it and the antennas. Really cute. And then this one is orange, purple, and yellow. So they're really, really sweet. And they're fabric on both sides. They're great. I love them. She does those. Last month, she did ladybugs that I put in one of my wreaths. You could check it out on my Etsy shop. She did these. Let me show you a few other things she's done. She does a lot of primitive. So she does these fireworks as well. And she also sent me pom-poms. So she sent them in the primitive colors and also in the more whimsical. Whoopsies. More in the whimsical. So these are fabulous, right? I'm going to be using them. So that's what I love about my group. We're not just wreath makers. We are everything. I have sign makers in here. I have embellishment makers. We're just not wreath makers. Didn't I have white flowers in my hand? Oh, here they are. So we have all different types of people in my group. We have people that do aprons and make t-shirts. All types of people. Okay. Oh, another one. Mom, I should get you on here to do a live to make a wreath. You think you could?
No.
I bet you could. What about make a bow? Think you can make a bow?
No.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
I'm not artsy crafty.
You don't have to be artsy crafty.
Is the TV inside working?
Yeah, why?
I'm gonna go in there so I can hear it.
Gotta close the door then.
Yeah, okay. That's Jill Martin. I'm not crazy about her.
That's what I need to practice adding flowers. Yep. You want to add some kind of detail to your wreaths. You know, you don't want to be, you know, you want dimension. You want it to be, I always say lots of texture and dimension. That's what makes a wreath stand out. Okay. Let's get these suckers in. Okay, you can even put them in your bows if you wanted. Okay. Turn this around. Got one more. Okay. There you go. All right, let's add another color. Let's add a little, let's say blue. I'm going to add a little blue. Hey, get off. Okay. I make heart pillows. Could probably try my hand at that. Awesome. I think that's enough. Wow, that is amazing. How does she do that? Cindy says, hi, Katie's mom. That's a Breen Breen. Her name's Mary, but when there's so many Marys in the family that when she was younger, they called her Brina. So I just call her Breen Breen. Actually, I call her Mom, but when I want to be a Weisenheimer, I call her Breen Breen. Because we say that the garage, well, it used to be before I got here. It used to be called Brina's Bargain Basement. I mean, it still is. But, with a little bit of KK mixed into it. Okay. So as you can see, I'm just randomly placing these florals. No rhyme or reason or how they're going in. Just whatever I find pleasing to my eye is how they're going in. And that's why you don't have to take designing so seriously. You know, you don't have to, like, there's no, like, set recipe for a design. You know, you're going to do what you find that you like. That if it's pretty to your eye, it's going to be pretty to someone else's eye. Trust me, okay? So just trust in yourself, okay, and in your plan. And listen, nothing is ever permanent. Even these florals are not permanent. They can be pulled out whenever. All right. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Okay, and I'm thinking I want to add a little something to the bow. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Oh, jewelry. That sounds like fun. I also do leather bracelets. Oh, I would love to see your leather bracelet. Excuse me, I have a glugger. Can't come up with a name for my business, Cindy. You can't. I'm sure I could help you with that. I did quilts and banner pocketbooks until I saw a video on wreaths. Now my sewing has been put aside. You should implement, Christine, your sewing with your wreaths. You can make embellishments for your wreaths. Okay, something out of the box that you don't see. Like these primitive fireworks that were sent to me. I haven't seen them anywhere. You know, so my member, you know, she makes wreaths, but she also does embellishments. You're awesome, girl. Do your group members have shops they sell their items, or do they just make it in your group? No, Carla, they sell them. So what happens is my member sends them to me, and I promote her. So I promote her in my group. I'll promote her out of my group. But mostly, you know, if you're in my group, you get a discount. So you get it 15% off in my shop. You get 10% off in Damon and Deco Depot in their supply shop. And any members in my group, you usually like Crafty Tessie. She's in my group. You get 10% off in her shop. The woman that's doing the butterflies, 10% off in her shop. So those are the advantages of being in a group, in my group. Cindy, I have been coming up with a logo. I'm trying quilting. Also, Christine, I've never done it. My daughter's Colleen. I love the wreath, gorgeous. Please do, Katie. I've been trying to think of one. I will, Cindy. I will try and think of one. And you don't want to limit yourself saying wreaths. That's why, like, mine says creations. When you, let's say you went Cindy's wreaths, then people think you just do wreaths. You know, I just don't do wreaths. I do other things other than wreaths. I do swags. I do garlands. I do centerpieces. We, in my group, I showed earlier, we made this beehive. Now I'm going to be putting this in a wreath. Okay? So I do more than, you know, Christmas time I showed my private group how to make snowman hats out of ribbon holders. You know, your spool holders. We made hats. You know, so we do more than just make wreaths in my group. We do a whole mess of other things. All right, let's get some more florals in here. Okay, that's good. All right. That's no one we know, Mom.
What?
That's no one we know. That number. Ma. That's no one we know.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to add some to the bow now. Okay. And normally I would use my glue pot, but I didn't turn it on. I had only turned on my glue gun, which is okay. I can adapt and excel, because that's what we're all about here in the clubhouse. All right. What do I do with the other flowers? Oh, there's one. Charge. I know I cut more than 3. How many did I cut? Alright, where is it? Did you see where I laid the other ones?
No.
Oh, right here. I knew I cut more than 3. Okay. I could go for bacon and eggs tonight for dinner. I love having breakfast for dinner. Okay. Okay. I want you over here. There we go. That's better. I've never tried quilting. I've done crocheting. I dabbled in everything else. Started watching. Sarah, you want a beehive? I can make you a beehive. That's no problem. Send me an email, Sarah. I still have to make 9 more heart pillows. Heart, I hope. Cancer side. Oh, Cindy. Cooking with Cindy. And they'll think it's food, but it's really not. It's craft. That's cute. Or crafting with Cindy. On the ribbons with a printed design like a bicycle, I have a hard time getting the ribbon to the right side, up and down. You just cut it separate if you want. If you want it, or lettering. If it's not reversing the way you want it, cut it and then place it on the way you want it. You know what I mean? I love Hearts for Hopes, but just Relay for Life. My cousin does Relay for Life. I did a craft show last spring for Relay for Life for cancer. You know what you should do with the fabric? Rip it up and make rag bows. You love the brown wreath on the wall behind me. The brown, this right here. This we made in my private group. It's burlap. Is this what you're talking about? Deborah? Yeah, or a red garland. Yeah. I have to get these wreaths on my shop. They're not in my shop. All right, so this is what we have so far. What do you guys think? Cute, right? So cute. All right, I just want to put, we're almost done. I just want to put a few more of these in the actual bow itself. Let's do you right there. Okay. And we'll do a blue one. There we go.
How did you get that camouflage fruit?
That's cute.
How much is it?
It is $29.92. What brand is it? Jilly. Remember, Jilly runs small, Ma.
Oh, when am I gonna get it? I'll wait for Quacker.
Yeah, Quacker is her jam. No, brown one with picture. Brown one with picture.
Back of you.
Where do you see a brown one with a picture? This one right here? This one?
Oh, I thought brown. What about up here? That's not brown.
That's not brown? Okay. They're saying behind me though. This one right here? The home one? This one? Is that the one you mean? Hey Marie, how are you? Thank you, Angie. Fairy lights look awesome wrapped in a rag. It sure does. I love that. Hold one of your butterflies up on the wreath. So this one's in my shop. This one is available. This is a cutie one. I love that one. Okay. You guys do me a favor and spread the love for me. I would really appreciate it, guys. Okay. Little. There we go. Oh. So any of my wreaths are on my shop, my Etsy shop, my Amazon shop, in my shop. This one is not listed. There's a few not listed because I haven't had a chance. It's been raining so much I haven't been able to take pictures. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I want one more. No, I don't want this one. I want yellow. One more tall one. Yeah. That might be. Doodles might be home now. Put this on Friday is his birthday. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's hold the butterfly up. Let's see how we feel about one of these butterflies. And then if we had that one there, I would probably do another one down over here. Taking him out to dinner on Friday night with my mom and Mary Handy. And I don't know yet. He wants hunting stuff. That's what he wants. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that. Thank you. What do you guys think of the butterflies? Yeah, I think I'm going to add the 2 butterflies in there. Yep. All right, guys. If you're interested in this wreath or in any of my products, here is my website. Definitely check it out. This one will be going on probably tomorrow. But if you're interested in it, just email me, okay, at Krazy Mazie Kreation at gmail.com. Okay? And that's where you can reach me for any questions that you have or anything that you're interested in. Okay? We will be adding these butterflies. I'm sorry. Doodles just got home and they go crazy when anyone comes into the house. I will be adding these 2 butterflies. And I might do a third. I'm not sure. I have to look at it. Whoopsies. Here, wait. Let me grab this 3rd one. So I'll look at it and see how I like it. But I'm thinking maybe one up in here, like right tucked in on the bow. That's what I'm feeling. I think that's so cute. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day. I have my private group tonight. So if you're interested in joining my private group, go over to, in my link. I think I have it in my link. Let me just double check. you can go to my Facebook page, and the link is there. And you go to PayPal. It's $14.99 a month. And like I said, we go live 3 days a week. And we go live tonight. So if you try and get in before 7 o'clock, hopefully I can get you in for tonight. So usually I check around 6:30, see if anyone joined before we go live. And hopefully I can get you in, okay? But don't forget to go back to Facebook, request to join Katie's Clubhouse, and answer the 3 questions, okay? And then I can approve your membership. Okay, guys? Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I had a great afternoon with you guys. So I hope to see you soon, okay? Thanks for kicking it with Katie. Have a good night. Bye.